Yes.
Syntax Thoms at the right bottom side and on the top side.
It's from mouse control. It's SerDiuk, and he sorry for stuttering there, but he really threw me off moving that probe out of his base, literally straight away. And I think this game might be a little bit shorter than the game we just saw.
Yeah, I told you it's gonna be a probe rush. He didn't bring all of his probes because he wants to eco behind it.
Oh right.
Now this looks to be a cheese from SerDiuk. It might be a faint two gate. On Belshire Prestige, it's not a bad choice to do it, though there are a lot of places you can put down those proxy buildings. We're gonna have to wait and see if he does that though.
The question is, of course, is it going to be cannons, or is it going to be gateways? And I think it's going to be gateways, looking at the location of this proxy pylon.
Yep, I'd actually love that position of that pylon. Now
He
it is
needs to
gonna
be
be
careful
two
though.
gateways, most likely. And
Yeah.
the reason this is so good on Belsier Prestige, the reason I pointed it out is one, you have a lot of room at the network expansion. As you can see, behind the mineral line, you can easily fit two, three, maybe even four gateways, no problemo. And also the fact that it takes a long time to scout your opponent. And in PvP, they have been scouting later and later. And I hope that Thomas scouts fast because else he's gonna be in a world of hurt here.
Yep. Um, I don't see a second gateway, but that's kind of obvious as there simply isn't. Oh wait, he's only proxied one of them. He's back to producing probes, and he's now building a simulator. So this is, well, to say interesting is just to put it softly, but what is his plan? I don't think I've ever seen anyone do this like this before. I mean, the rest of his timings are completely the same. He's slightly behind on probes because he had to cut probes in order to afford the mining time he lost with the probe. So yeah, what's he gonna make? Is he gonna go for a Stalker or a Zealot? Yeah, Stalker.
This is
Is
really
that?
awkward. He is gonna go ahead and chrono boost out that Zella, which will alert Thomas that there is something strange going on. Actually, you know
Oh,
what? He's just gonna scout it. He's gonna see it. He's gonna be like, "Hey, that wasn't supposed to be there." He's
yeah, and
gonna go
it's
straight back because he knows exactly what's going on. Well, he doesn't. He doesn't know there's a gas follow up to this, and I actually have no clue what he's gonna do with it. Maybe someone in chat can help us out. We do have a cybernetic score from Thomas being constructed, and I think he's also gonna chrono boost out his own zealots. Yep, he is. And this is not gonna do that much damage from SerDiuk.
yeah. This is, I wouldn't say plain weird, but I am surprised to say the least. No, is he gonna get surrounded on this Zealot? No, he's not. Probes do give chase, and now this second Zealot is coming up here to join. You should really, yeah, he's going to get the mothership cord out as soon as he can, which is going to help tremendously in holding this off. Cybernetic core has been going on for SerDiuk in the main, but in the meanwhile, he's really trying to fight this Zealot, and now the mothership core pops out, forcing this one Zealot to retreat. Um, and actually, it's forcing all of SerDiuk to retreat, who is now making a third Zealot. Not sure if he should cancel that or not, because this fight is slightly unfair for Thoms with the mothership core.
Yeah, I mean, I think the pure fact that the zealots cannot shoot up kind of makes this in favor of Thomas. If you think about it, he is gonna lose his gateway. He
If
is
you
gonna
think,
lose his pylon.
yeah,
His cybernetics core is delayed. He doesn't have his second assimilator up yet. Thomas has all of these things. He has a gateway, something SerDiuk will soon have not.
oh,
That means that Thomas will be able to create more units, or actually he will be able to create units, and SerDiuk will not. He might not even get the stock route. Nope, he will not. And it looks like Thoms is actually gonna go ahead
hmm,
and just throw down that expansion. I'm
yeah.
surprised by that.
So am I. Just to note, he did manage to kill a total of 3 probes, which is very little. And I'm not sure if throwing down the Nexus is here the correct choice, because if you do that, it's very tempting for your opponent to still, because SerDiuk has been keeping up the probe production, it's very tempting for him to just all in you, and it might just be what he's doing. He is adding on another gateway. He's thrown down a Stargate. Yep, once again a Stargate. What's he going to do with the rest of his money, though? Is he actually going to expand himself?
I don't know what he's gonna do, but this has been one of the most awkward builds I've ever seen, and SerDiuk has been falling behind during this. But the Stargate, which could be
Yeah,
their
there it
saving
is.
grace, is gonna be countered by a Stargate from Thoms, and I like that by Thoms because he's already ahead in income. He's already gonna be ahead in the expansion, and having that Stargate out is gonna give really good like a clue what his opponent is doing. You just fly in the Phoenix, you see exactly what's going on, and right now it's going to be 300 gas for SerDiuk though, so he will have the Phoenix advantage, but not for long if he starts taking these geysers in the
Yeah.
expansion.
There's really no pressure here from Thoms, which is kind of an interesting move considering the fact that he had so much of an army advantage after killing that the last zealot. It would have been a whole lot of pain for SerDiuk to hold it off. Never mind, would have denied the expansion quite heavily. So SerDiuk is kind of getting away with this expansion of his own because there's absolutely no pressure here coming from his opponent.
Yeah, but the sad thing for SerDiuk is if he didn't make the Geyser but went for straight up 2-gate cheese, he might have done a lot more damage because, I mean, his Thoms had one Zealot out, but it would have been a way different situation. If you wanted the macro out behind it, it would have been a little bit more difficult, but right now, this is such a weird game to watch, Wyman.
It is kind of weird. I mean, they're both transitioning into Phoenix, so I'm really curious if we're going to see another very long Phoenix versus Phoenix game. It seems they have the intention to, but at some point one player might say like, screw this, I'm just gonna go all the way and kill you. And wow, actually Thoms only has one actual gateway. I mean, actually a warp gateway and two in the robotics, which hasn't produced. Has he produced an observer? No, he hasn't. So the RoboBay has done nothing, and he's throwing down a second Stargate. So he's cutting a lot of corners in order to get out further ahead.
Yep, and the Twilight Council did go down for SerDiuk. I don't know what he's actually gonna do with that because he hasn't thrown down either Blink or Charges or Research, nor has he gone for a Dark or a High Templar. Of course, Archons once again could be good, but he doesn't. Does he even know that his opponent is going Stargate? No, he does not. So I don't know why he threw that down. He is gonna throw down a Templar Archive, so it will be Archons because Storm is not that effective in the PvP.
Yeah. So finally, two gateways being thrown down here for Thoms. I feel that if his orange opponent just goes for the all-out attack and just kills him, but he's actually put most of his money into his Phoenix, as you can see. So these Phoenix are actually doing a really good job now, having retaken map control. And SerDiuk really responds with making more Stalkers. And he seemed to cut all... Yeah, he's thrown down two additional gateways, and he seemed to cut all Phoenix production.
Yep, he's cutting all, or at least most of the Phoenix production, whereas Thoms is once again going for a complete air army as he has started the upgrade spread as well, adding a lot of Phoenix, and I don't know if a ground army can stand up against that, but if it's just Phoenix, if it's no Void Rays, that's a really awkward position to be in, because Void Rays counter Stalkers and stuff so well because they do the extra bonus against Armored with the ability, but just Phoenix isn't too good against an Archon Zealot composition.
Yep. This is such an interesting move. We now have 10 Phoenix on the map against the one of SerDiuk, so if he just keeps up the harass, he can actually do a lot of damage here.
Yeah, one thing to notice that I mean, Phoenix give map control. They're really good at picking up
rogues. These two Hard Templar are just going to get picked off in the mineral line. That's a huge win here for...
Whoa! No! What? No, you will not pick up those High Templars. No! Taps out.